Right then, come on, let us go to the polytunnel. June, we're going to do the polytunnel, the garden, the allotment. We're going to do a June tour. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. So what I'm intending to do as well is do 2 tours a month in these kind of hot seasons, if you like, or the hot months of the garden. And I don't mean like hot as in, you know, temperature. I just mean it's the growing season. It's kicking off. Everything's growing. And there's things that I'm doing now, just open this gate, that you're missing, you know, because it's done and dusted within the month. So, that was loud. Right then, come on, nearly there. Rain's holding off for now. Here we go then. I think actually it is going to start raining. But anyways, come on, let's just turn you around and welcome to my allotment plot for June. Right then, opening the gate. Need to fix that. First off, the chard, I don't know if you know, but I cut both of them back this time, and I can see the nice new shoots already starting to grow there for that chard. So thank you, Joyce. Well worth it. Grow chard, number 1. And number 2, cut it back when it starts to seed, just cut it back. These are my kind of shop bought garlic, or one batch of them. And you can see it's a little bit hitty missy, and even the big ones aren't strong virugous. Is that? That's certainly not it. But these little dinky things, they're getting on my nerves, to be honest. So, but I intend to pull garlic. Are you ready for this? I'll just turn you back round. I'm going to pull garlic around about, and I'll give you a date and a time, the 24th of June. That's roughly when I'm going to do the garlic, pull most of me garlic. So let's just crunch down and go onto the brassicas. Look at that. Now, I showed you this little clip of it yesterday. These have kind of shot away, but they've shot away that I guess they haven't grown big, you know what I mean? This is the way they're like a little dwarf variety. Green Magic, and I planted these the 17th of January. So I mean, we're kind of coming up to 6 months, you know, growth, but they're certainly not, you know, like sprouting broccoli, you know. So these are the Calabrese ones, but I'm really chuffed with that. They're going actually great. These are my greyhound cabbages, which would have been planted the same, and you can tell now, and I might take all this down, the birds have fliggied. All the birds they've gone, the little ones. And I tell you why, because you can see on this one, they actually like the cauliflower. This was the cauliflower again, 17th of January, snow crown. But it's just starting to kind of grow back. You know, you can see it there. So they've had a little, you know, appetizer now. They can bugger off now, that's enough. Oh, look though, there's a thought. These are snow crown as well, my cauliflowers. I had a little bit spare, so maybe that might work. This is my Cavarel Nero bed. And look, I mean, even ones that got decimated. I mean, that's the size of my thumb. Look at that. You know, hopefully they'll still come, you know. So this is the, out of all the cabbage, you know, I suppose it's a Savoy, you know, like a, what do you call it, kale, but we just absolutely love it, you know what I mean? And I want to get some more away for kind of later on in the year as well. So that is that bed. The compost bins are doing great. I have been getting some grass cuttings from the Northumberland coast. Oh yes, sister-in-law's moved up to not far from Alnwick. Actually, there's some, is that some bloody, that grows anyway, doesn't it? Mint growing out there. So I've got some grass cuttings, and when I mix it with some sawdust and everything like that, and I've got some more. I went to see them the other day and picked that up. So I've got some more bags in there. Look at that. Left me bloody fork out, man. Never. So this was when I got some of this soil, or this manure. It's just compost there now, broken down. I got it for the melon plant, which I'll show you in a minute. And leaves. Next year for the leaves, that's me just full of leaves. So, and it was right up to the fence, you know. Go back and watch the videos of that. It was right up, and there's so many bags we put in there, you know. And I'm keeping these, and I'll just chop them up and cut them down, and they'll go as well for like a bit of hard texture for the compost. There's a neighbours. Right then, what else? Here we go, onions. Oh no, I didn't realise, look at I pulled my onions, but one moment I've been lying them against me ballotti beans there. So I've got it. They seem to be doing all right, them ballotti beans there. I was a little bit hesitant, but what have I put down there? Coffee granules down there, and the slug go, I think it might be called, like that wool pellets, and I really like that wool pellets. I'm chuffed to bits with it. It seems to work for me. I know a few haven't had the kind of the look I've had. That's all it is, look, full stop, look, but it works for me. Japanese onions, 2 sets, and I can't pronounce them there, but I put them in, when did we, 1st of October, these, and I pulled them just yesterday, I think it was. So they're all like ready now. We'll leave them out a few days and then just store them in the polytunnel. The potatoes are coming on. The last time you seen us, if you remember, the pink fir apple ones hadn't actually budged at all. So they're all up there now. And they're all, and I've got pink fir apple, international kidney, I've got some Maris Piper, and a couple of Sapanero, is that how you, Sapamero? Couple of them as well. In this bed we have some banana shallots and some chard, and I was like to say, there's not that, you know, I wanted so much of the banana shallots, but there wasn't that bloody, I lost quite a lot of it, you know, when I first put it in, so needs a little bit of more compost on this bed. It had brassicas in last year, which I couldn't really get in with the compost, but chard's looking good. Always chard. If in doubt, plant some chard. These are me red onions, and I've got about 8. That's it now. What a bugger, you know what I mean? I can even see 2 more. I've given up. Garlic. This garlic came from Portugal. We went on holiday last year, and again I'm going to be looking probably around about the 24th of June to pull it. I don't know what variety it is, I don't know what it's, you know, how it'll fare. It just, when I got it, it looked lovely, you know, so I'm good, I'm cool with that. I like that, I'm happy, and I'll try and give some away once I dry it out, you know, as well. It's like the mystery garlic. My celeriac, I've got 2 rows there, and I have been watering them, mind you, and we've been getting enough rain, to be honest, for forever at these late days. So that's looking good. And I put in some, I forget the name, what do you call it, that lettuce? Whoa. Anyway, someone remind us what that's called. I've got a lot of it kind of planted around. It grows with a nice red head. Radicchio, there we go, came to us. My sweet corn, and again, thank you so much for everyone that the comments I got about that, you know, so just amazing. And this is the first time I've grown it, and I've just done exactly what, you know, the majority of folks said, you know, just plant it even closer. So we'll see how it comes. You know, I did put a nice batch of bloodfish and bone, and 2 weeks before, probably a week before that, I give it a coating of the chicken pellets as well. So, you know, we'll just wait and see. And what I've thought now though is I might get a bit antsy with it, because once things start moving with the polytunnel, and this is still, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. I just turned around. Sorry about that. Rush me coffee to come up here. Once I start, you know, once the polytunnel is in production, then, and maybe these haven't actually fruited yet, I'll just get a bit like impatient, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, moving on. As you can see, yes, the seat there, and actually I really like that colour. I love that colour, to be honest. I'm really happy with it. I'm really pleased with it, to be honest, you know. So these are my outside tomatoes that are the Crimson Crush, and these are the ones that are protected by the wall, and they look just, I mean, I know I've heard lots of people say, you know, who've been growing the tomatoes for a while outside, that they don't grow that big, you know what I mean, like they are a little bit, you know, they don't, well, certainly in north of England, don't grow to around about the 12 foot mark. So, but they're doing all right. There's flowers on there, so I'm happy, you know, and hopefully they'll curl round as much as they can around that spiral, and metal spirals. $2.99 from Aldi. Get yourselves some. Makes your garden into a Chelsea flower show. Right, is there anything else down on the out? Yes, there's loads on the outside garden, man, for God's sake. Right, I put some down there, 2 tomatoes as well, just buried in deep. Just I had them and I didn't want to use, and I don't like throwing them away, you know what I mean? So they're up and running, they seem all right. This is me garlic that I'm really happy with. And maybe it's just the variety that goes, but it is. If you can see there, it's nice and thick and chunky. So, and this was from the garlic farm, and it was, I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 varieties that are December specific. And I'll have to actually, I might just drop them a line, when do I pull these, you know, because maybe these are a little bit different. Now I know this one, I'm just looking there, I remember this one went to seed. So ones went to seed, but the rest are, you know, really healthy plants. It's a nice bed, mind you, that soil's got a lot of goodness in it. So there we go. These lettuces are the Lola Rosso, and I need to pull a few now that they're away starting, and I need to get them out and hopefully start using some salad. We have more chard and more tomatoes. These are the these were the grafted ones, weren't they? That's right, that I just had some spare graft and I thought I'll put them out anyways. And these were the little ones that I bought from, these 2.5 that I bought from Morrison's, and they are the Tigerella in the indigo blue. At this moment I'm not 100% sure which one's which. I've got a feeling this is and I need to start nipping these out, to be honest, but there's lots. Anyway, I'll get round that, man. So I've got some outside ones as well there. Now I'm not sure if they're 100% outside, but what the hell. Now you see I'm walking on some cardboard. This is from me, and I wanted just to rain now, because I'm going to use this cardboard for the compost. You know, once it gets really wet, it's easy just to kind of break it down and throw it in the compost. Right, I'm trying again for carrots. So I put 3 rows of carrots in there. Was it 3 or 4 of Nance 5? So it better bloody work. I'm going to have no carrots this year. Again, my outside Crimson Crush tomatoes with some more Radicchio lettuce sprinkled in there, and a couple of volunteer potatoes as well. Quite a few, to be honest. They must be coming right from the bottom, but we'll get rid of them. And you can see now they're starting. I jumped the gun a touch, I think, especially for the northeast of England, and I put them in a little bit early. Well, I don't know. I was all right with them. Folks were saying, "Oh, John, what you done?" But yeah, man, look at that, absolutely perfect. And yes, I will start to prick everything out. I've got a tomato video coming soon. My turbo onions experiment. I'm trying to see how many turbo onions I can, you know, proper main crop onions I can plant, you know, and get away with in such a small area. Now there was 50 in there, so fingers crossed I can get something. I can see maybe they might do this. Let me see, that one's gone to seed, but I'll just pull that little thing there. That's a nice spring onion, that, and that's actually made a big bloody gap there, so that's not that good. But we'll see how that goes, because it's interesting just, you know, what you can grow on such a small area. Moving over to this bed, more, like I say, that possibly indigo blue, those ones. You can tell, you know, the stalks look a little bit on the bluish side. Would you believe I have some more banana shallots in there? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. This is bloody 8-foot bed, 4 onions in it. I've got I don't know what that tomato was, I can't remember, and a cucumber from all the way from Burma via eBay. They're doing much better inside, but I just stuck that one there for the sake of it. I've got 2 more beds. Just spun you around a bit too quickly, I apologise. I've got some parsnips in this bed, and there's a couple missing now. They might come through, you know, maybe they've just got water and the leaves got, so hopefully they're okay. I mean, them ones look fine. Let's see if we get, they were just kind of bought from a garden centre, you know, but they were dinky tiny little ones, so hopefully they'll come without crunching up the bottoms, you know, in them containers. Right then, we've got some, what have I got in there? Beetroot, 2 different beetroots. That's from my friend Billy, who has that plot there, which is looking awesome, to be honest. And just out of curiosity, next time I do I'll turn you around again, and I'll show you. See, yeah, you can see my tape there didn't work too good. It worked all right, to be honest, but lower down is the key, and I'll just show you Bill's. And he's just planted some more in. So if you're wondering, get it in now. Get some stuff in there now. You can still pick up the kind of cabbages and that from garden centres. Just get it in. No, there's no excuse. No excuse at all. So yes, there we go. That's me beetroot as well. So I think that's kind of it on the outside. Let's just go inside and see how it's going. Again, big thank you as well for the watermelon, for everyone who's kind of commented on the watermelon. If you want to grow one, you're lucky to get the seeds. It's basically water like hell when the fruit comes, but you know, a good water, but not drown it when it's actually growing now. So that's my kind of tip, and we'll see how it grows. And people are saying, you know, Tony, keep a check on it because it'll be away with you. So I intend to do that. Yeah, I really do. So I'm going to come and do a proper tomato thing, and I've got to look, but here's my tomatoes, all different varieties, and we'll do that. These are the ones that I really planted dead early. I mean, I think these were kind of went in the ground in March, and I was going to throw them. You know, I was a little bit disappointed. They do look a little bit spindly, but they seem to be okay. These are Sweet Million, and that one at the back is Black Russian. I had two Black Russians, but I just pulled one. One was just looking absolutely pathetic, to be honest. This is, there was a Black Russian there, and I swapped it over for I think it's a blue indigo, that one. And you gotta look at this, man. Look at the state. Look at that. Right, there we go. Get that off. Cucumbers. Those two there are the F1 Fem Spot, and then that one's a one from Burma as well. It's supposed to be red, bright red, but if they just give us a cucumber, would be fantastic. These are my grafted tomatoes, and I've got the same as you know, as plants I'm growing non-grafted, just for a little experiment. F1 Shirley, Gardener's Delight, and there's a type of beef tomato as well. So I'll come back to the tomatoes, but because I don't want to kind of well, I'll tell you later. So what else have I got? Some sweet peppers. They're now starting to kick off. They are the oh god, it's gone. Man, what a tour. Oh man, what they're called. Anyway, my basil pot looking good and healthy, and I have been picking that to my heart's content, and I've actually been nipping out the kind of the tops as well, so just bushing, giving a nice good bits of water, and come in there. Oh, smell that, man. That is, oh, it's just like, you know, it's those like holiday pizza smells. It's just fantastic. Right, balcony tomatoes. Actually, I've got a little tomato on that one. See there, little tomato there, and I think I might have a few over there. So we'll see what these. This is off Tony, who, you know, did me fireplace. Tony gave us the balcony tomato and the watermelon. So we'll see how these grow. A yellow one and a red one. Right, got my hot wax. These were I planted from season. These came from, I think, January, you know, early on in January, and that's the size of them at the moment. But I can see the flowers are on, so we're all looking good there. I've got one more down there that seems to be getting eaten a little bit. Two more down there, but we'll see how that go. Again, more tomatoes and garlic. The first time that I've grown garlic in the polytunnel. What I am thinking next time when I get, you know, when I change the polytunnel over, I'll designate a space for the garlic. You know, hopefully I'll have enough room where I can just have it and leak, because I keep on, you can see that the hose pipes hits them, and you know, they're getting away, to be honest, if I'm truthful here. So anyway, they're looking good, you know what I mean, and that weed is looking remarkably well done. Get that out of there, Tony, man. Bloody hell. I'm going to bend down for it now. Right, so turn you around there. that is the tour, the first tour of June. Like I say, I'm going to do a couple of tours in June and in July, in August, and maybe September, because there's so much happening. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's constant now. It's like up every day, and I'll be up again tonight, actually, to come to water the tomato plants. So I hope you enjoyed it. Look after yourselves, take good care. Got my hands full of bloody crap. Right, see you later, take care.